What's up guys, and welcome to the 10th episode of Smash News. Today, Civil War, the most stacked Smash 4 tournament ever, is obviously the big headline, and we will try to cover as much as possible and go over all the upsets, but first we have to cover a few other things. First of all, I'm super happy to announce that we ourselves, the Beefy Smash Doods esports team, picked up two incredibly talented Smash 4 players, Aarvark the Villager main and Elegant, the arguably best Luigi in the world. More infos about them will come soon. Something we didn't include in last week's episode, but still very relevant, is the announcement of Evo Japan. Check it out. First revealed at the Evo 2016 finals, Evo Japan has finally been officially announced. The date is set for January 26 to 28 of 2018. Evo is the biggest fighting game tournament series, and the Japanese edition sounds very promising. The games that will be played have not been announced yet, but the Smash community is obviously excited for it, and everyone is hoping for Melee, Smash 4 or even both games to make it into the lineup. Besides Civil War, there was another tournament held this past weekend, hosting mainly Melee, but also Smash 4. Full Bloom 3 with Hungrybox, Leffen and many more. Full Bloom 3 was a one-day event on Saturday the 25th of March. Melee doubles was won by Hungrybox and Asfat, with The Moon and Swedish Delight on second place and Shroomed with S2J on third place. The highest seeded and in many people's eyes most dangerous team of the tournament, Leffen and Ice, were only able to take fifth place after losing to The Moon and Swedish Delight in winners semis and to S2J and Shroomed in losers quarters. In Melee singles, Hungrybox also took first place, once again showing his recent consistency. Duck had a big showing in this tournament, placing second and beating Leffen once again in winners quarters. On third place we have Asfat over Eggs on fourth place. It was not the best day for Leffen. After losing to Duck 3-0, he immediately lost to Asfat in losers, only placing ninth. Smash 4 brackets were also held at Full Bloom 3, although almost every notable player was attending the huge Civil War tournament at the same time. Smash 4 doubles went to GNE Renegade and Sofa King, and singles was also won by GNE Renegade, playing Cloud. And now it's finally time to talk about 2DGC, Civil War and all the crazy upsets that happened at this amazing tournament. Let's start off with the April Saga Round Robin. 6 players have been nominated to play in a Round Robin bracket with one of their secondary characters that has also been voted for by the fans to determine the theme of the 2GGC's saga in April. Ranai went on to win all 5 of his sets with Greninja, only losing 2 matches in total. So in April we are going to get a 2GGC Greninja saga, where probably a bunch of Greninja mains from all across the globe will get invited to. Getting into the brackets, we first had doubles that were completed on Friday, the first day of the event. In the top 12 bracket, Zero and Nairo already faced off against Ally and Venom in losers round 1, defeating them 3-0 and making a run all the way into grand finals. In winners finals, Javi and MK Leo got a clean 3-0 win against Mars and Zinoto, moving on to grand finals. The loser semis went clearly into Zero's and Nairo's favor with a 3-0 victory, leaving Abadango and Kameme on 4th place. Losers finals were also a pretty clear 3-1 victory for Zero and Nairo, putting Mars and Zinoto on 3rd place. In the grand finals, Javi and MK Leo were finally able to stop Zero and Nairo's losers run, putting them on 2nd place in a close 3-2 victory, winning Civil War doubles. On day 2, singles finally started and were played out until only the top 32 were left. It was raining upset after upset in one of the most exciting days of Smash history. Here are all big upsets of the day. Let's immediately start off with Zero losing to Exax playing Fox before even making it to top 96. Having him in losers was already huge, but one round later, Ally was also being upset, losing to Locus playing Ryu. But there is much more. Zinoto lost to Sonito, Larry Lur lost to Foe, MK Leo lost to Meteor, Tweak lost to Koma before Koma then lost to Fatality, Anti lost to 2 Scopes Nico, Void lost to Hikaru, and all of this happened in the winners bracket. The winner side of top 96 was way too stacked to call almost anything an upset, but because of all the upsets earlier, the losers bracket was extremely scary and a lot of top players fell out of Civil War before even reaching top 32. And that includes the almighty, barely ever defeated Zero himself. The venue and the stream went absolutely nuts when Zero faced the newcomer and already a legend, Latai, playing Zero Suit Samus. It was an extremely close match with Zero being behind 2-1 in the set, but he made a comeback and had a huge lead in Game 5 on Dreamland. But what does a lead mean against Zero Suit Samus? With just a single string of up airs, Latai made an almost 0-to-death comeback, finishing it with an up B at the top, ending the game, the set and Zero's tournament life at Civil War, placing only 49th. It was a huge shocker, but there are still more upsets to talk about. Unfortunately, Latai lost the next round to Foe, finishing Civil War as 33rd. MK Leo lost to AC in losers, only placing 65th. Kameme lost to Captain Zack in winners and to Mr. E in losers, finishing as 33rd. And Void lost to Anti one round before entering top 32, also placing 33rd. There were many more smaller upsets that we just can't all cover in this video. Day 2 was crazy already, but it didn't stop there. Top 32 started on the last day of the event and it was just as insane as the previous day. There were a lot of great matches, but in winners, 2 players stood out more than the rest. The Japanese Link player T, who beat Sue and Abadango, moving into top 8, and the famous Captain Falcon main, Fatality, who beat Komorikiri and Nairo to also enter top 8 on winner's side. In losers, Ally, the second Civil War captain, also suffered from yet another upset, losing to Isam, who played Mewtwo and Samus and had an understandably huge pop-off, leaving Ally at 25th place. With that, both team captains were eliminated from Civil War. Also 25th, Anti, who lost to Samsora in losers. Many more good players fell since the losers bracket was so stacked. Nairo lost to Locus, Abadango lost to Mars, Larry Lurr lost to Kirihara and all of them placing 9th. But the man with the probably best pop-ups of the day and definitely the fan favorite was the Japanese Donkey Kong main Hikaru. In winners he lost to Abadango, but in losers he was able to defeat Isam, Sue and even Mr. R to enter top 8. With that, we had a Link, a Captain Falcon and a DK in top 8, something nobody would have expected. In top 8, T beat Fatality and the Buzz beat Captain Zack. In the winners finals, the Buzz beat T in a really convincing 3-0, getting him into grand finals and so close to finally winning a super major after placing second so many times before. In losers, Hikaru was finally stopped by Kirihara, placing 7th, and Locus lost to Mars in a close set, also placing 7th. Mars then fell to Captain Zack, finishing as 5th, and Fatality kept surprising everyone with yet another upset, beating Kirihara, leaving him also on 5th place. But Fatality didn't stop there as he faced Captain Zack in losers semis, defeating him 3-0, with Zack having some unfortunate SDs, placing 4th at Civil War. The losers finals between Fatality and T was absolutely unpredictable, but Fatality was on a rampage, winning another set 3-0, moving into grand finals and leaving T on 3rd place. In grand finals, the Buzz started out with Olimar against Fatality's Captain Falcon. Fatality took the first game, forcing the Buzz to doubt his decision and going back to Rosalina and Luma. And from there on, the set took a turn in the Buzz's favor, with him winning 3 games in a row, ending grand finals and the tournament with a 3-1 victory, taking first place at 2GGC Civil War. But we are not done yet, because the big, hyped-up crew battle between Team Zero and Team Ally was about to start, and despite a few audio problems in the stream, it was super hype and much closer than anyone would have expected. Even Mango showed up to support his colleague from Cloud9. Team Zero sent in their captain right away, Zero himself, facing off against Team Ally's first pick, the winner of the singles bracket, Dabuz. This first set almost ruined Zero's last chance for redemption, with Dabuz having a big lead and people wondering if we might see a 2-stock. But Zero made the comeback and defeated Dabuz with 1 stock left. Then we finally got to see the fateful clash between the two captains, as Team Ally sent in their leader, Ally himself. Zero only had 1 stock left, and even that one was ended quickly with a convincing performance by Ally, finishing off Zero with only taking 63% in the process, bringing the crew battle back to even. It was a hype back and forth and some unfollowed callouts, with Team Ally having a small lead throughout most of the crew battle. When there were only 2 players left on each side, Team Ally had a 1-stock lead over Team Zero and Mr. R on 3 stocks facing off against Komori Kiri on 2 stocks. This looked like a huge opportunity for Team Ally, with Mr. R remaining in the lead for the longest time. But Como made an incredible comeback and ended Mr. R's last stock with a 0 to death and a finishing touch at 50%. This looked really bad for Team Ally as they sent in their last member, Kameme. Como showed no mercy against a fellow Japanese player and took another 2 stocks before finally losing his own last stock, leaving Team Ally with only 1 stock left against 3 stocks of Team Zero's MK Leo. Kameme fought hard to the very end, but MK Leo took his last stock without losing even a single one. Team Zero wins the Civil War. After everything was done, 2G Gaming made 2 more announcements. First, the 2GGC Nairo saga was announced for June 10th and 11th of this year, and Nairo promised to finally break the curse. And second, we got to see a really short teaser for something called the Infinity Saga by 2G Gaming, with no further explanation yet. It looks like this could be a sequel to Civil War and a continuation of the Marvel theme, since the teaser scene is based on the mid-credit scene from the Avengers movie Age of Ultron, teasing the upcoming Infinity War movies by Marvel. So hopefully we have something big to look forward to. You can check out both trailers in the description. We have one last piece of news for you guys. Zinoto, the famous Diddy Kong player from the US and currently 16th on the PGR, was picked up by Evil Geniuses as their first Smash 4 player. He is definitely one of the most notable players out there. What a crazy weekend, guys. It was tough, but I hope we could sum up everything important that was going on at Civil War. If you are interested in your own Pocket Cloud shirt, you can check out the link in the description or click right here. I hope this time we got it right. Anyways, thanks for watching, see you soon and stay beefy.